Oh, good morning, good evening, good afternoon to anyone that's watching this shift. Yeah, I thought I'd make a video on how to maybe become a lorry driver if you actually wanted to do it. Even though it's not an easy task, especially in this day and age. I might as well start it with the way I got into it. I was doing my degree in mechanical engineering at the time of when I started embarking on doing my lorry driving. But basically, I got the license because at the time, the UK government was pushing a lot of apprenticeship schemes and stuff like that to get into lorry driving because they were having a driver shortage because of the whole EU stuff. So basically, I started at DPD. Yeah, I'd only had a car license. I'd been doing van driving while I was doing my degree for about 2 years, 3 years at the time, and then DPD basically paid for everything. I think they still do the apprenticeship if you look into it. I don't know if they do it in London, but they definitely do it. Sometimes it will be warehouse to wheels. Sometimes for different companies it will be warehouse to wheels. So you might have to work in a warehouse for about a year, maybe less, or it might be straight, yeah, from van driving to lorry driving. I think Tesco still does it. You can be a van driver in like Tesco and Enfield, and they put you through your class one and that. Yeah, that's how I got into it. I've had it for about 3-4 years now, roundabout, I think. Yeah, you start off. You have to do theory tests. I believe there's three of them: hazard perception, your normal theory, and then what's the other one? Your CPC. Yeah, I believe so. Yeah. After you do that and you get all of the pass marks that you need to pass it, then you have to do your practical. And with me, where I worked in DPD, they put me through it. It was like a 5-day intensive course. You think when you first start that you won't have any control of what's going on with the lorry, and in the first day or two it is tough. I'm not gonna lie to you, but after that it gets a lot easier. It's just you have to get used to the trailer moving in a different direction from the actual unit. They put you through reversing a reverse maneuver, but I tell you straight up, it's nothing like the real conditions of you putting it in a bay and stuff. So even when you do manage to get it around the cones and stuff that you need to do, you'll be in for a shock when you do it for the first time in a real life condition. It's nuts. Thankfully at DPD they have a lot of hubs that you have to deliver from, like from and to. So they usually have a lot of space. So if you were starting off, I would definitely say that you should try and start off in a big company that maybe you would have a lot of space to maneuver before you become a lot more experienced and can do a lot of tighter turns. For some people, you can get into the lorry and you still won't, even after like extra time, because with me I had to go up north while they train you on the bays at DPD depots to see whether you've got it, and you can be let out on your own after you've passed your test. So for me, I was still having trouble. Some people do. It's not going to go smoothly for everyone, but what I will say is, if you're determined enough, you will eventually get it. And yeah, the screen just went off. And what I will say is, for some people, you might need something else to just help you picture how the trailer's moving in real time. Even though you can see it, it's a difficult thing for you to actually get the hang of. What I did is I bought a toy trailer and unit, and obviously it still turns and you can still like jackknife it and stuff like that. So what I did is I pictured I know it's silly, innit? I set up pens as bays, and I just from the top looking down just played around with the toy lorry. I might try and find it somewhere here, and just try to see the mechanics of the how much turn or how much force I'd have to put into the unit for the trailer to move a certain way. And after that, I went back up north, and I was driving to a lot better standard, and reversing to a lot like a really good standard, to the point that the people that were training me at the time didn't know how I'd gotten so good in such a short amount of time, and it was literally just from a toy. Some people can use like Euro Truck Simulator if you've got, you know, like your PC and stuff. I had Euro Truck Simulator, but I was just hammering it down in Euro Truck Simulator. So yeah, but each to their own. It's not an easy thing to do once you even do have your license, and it's not an easy thing to get. It's with the practical, you either do the reverse first and then you do the full thing. I think you definitely, on my time, I don't know if it's any different, you had to do the reverse first, and once you pass the reverse you could go out for your drive. Yeah, it was interesting, and everything that's happened since I'm very grateful for, but it's been a harsh time. And I'll probably make a separate video, or maybe with like the do's or don'ts, or companies to work for, companies that you might find it harder working for if you've got certain medical issues or life issues or life commitments and stuff, because it's not every HGV class 1 or class 1 job are created equal. They're different. Some involve trunking, some involve a lot of handballing, as they would say, manual handling. But yeah, it's if long story short, if you're trying to get into it, I would say try and get into it through an apprenticeship. They might say you might have to stay for a year or two after, but you've got your foot in the door at that point. If not, you can pay for the course. I think it's like $2,000 at this point now. But the only issue with that is some people will try and go from try and get class 2 first and then get class 1, when you're probably better off, honestly, bang for your buck, getting your class 1 license, which allows you to drive rigids and class 2s anyway. Yeah, so I didn't have to do class 2. There's a lot of people that I know that paid for their class 2 license, got a job in class 2, and now they're trying to repay for you to do the class 1 again. But it's a lot of money. It's like $2,000 here and then $2,000 again when you've got other commitments, rent, kids. You know what I mean? It's not an easy thing to fork out, especially if you're not getting your training paid for and shit. So yeah. What I will say is, yeah, it's a tough journey, and not everyone's ready for the journey that you're gonna go down if you're gonna be a lorry driver. I'll tell you that. Me, I'm trying to get out of it. But I'll probably be doing it for a little while longer at least, because bills are gonna be paid, innit? In a tough climate like this. So yeah, car content will be coming in the next month. I've got a few things that I'm gonna be doing with the Beamer and that. Since I've finished the running in, Finished the forge engine build, all of that. I've copped a few things. Contacted a company to do something that I don't think has been done in the UK yet with the car. So, but this is just a lorry driving video anyway. So yeah, it's your boy Shift. You can not hear my rambling for any more seconds in it, so, or minutes. Yeah, I'm out. Safe.